Let's go. I've always loved taking something pretty ordinary and elevating it. Surprising people with moments that let them know I was really thinking of them.
What?
Meghan Markle to the TV industry, it's lowering the values, it's lowering the brand of Netflix. I don't think it has a chance of surviving. I think if there's any justice, it's going to, just sink quickly, and Netflix will move on to the next best thing.
I love your Luke.
Sorry, what's that?
Your Luke. You look amazing. Your Luke.
My Luke.
My look. She likes my Luke.
With Love, Meghan was supposed to be a comeback, a warm, feel-good series that redefined her image. Instead, it became a masterclass in how not to connect with an audience. The tone was awkward, the dialogue sounded scripted. Viewers described it as fake, cringe, and completely out of touch.
But this is the new show that Netflix is promoting with the American actress who became a duchess, who tried to destroy the royal family, which then booted them out of England.
I love that we're doing this together for the first time. Making new friends. That is so good.
We family now.
I am physically nauseated watching that clip. That is like a parody of what that show should be. I had to get it totally wrong to get it totally right. I just love, really one of my favorite things is doing small, wonderful acts of charity and kindness for people to let them know I'm thinking of them.
Even Netflix insiders reportedly questioned how this got greenlit. The show tanked so hard, it's now ranked among the worst performing original series on the platform.
The woman who destroyed her in-laws' family, whose own family doesn't like her, whose the in-laws obviously don't like her, the public doesn't like her, she seems to be one of the more vindictive, sort of nasty figures in public life. What's the title of her show? Love. Love Meghan. For what? To watch? Who wants to watch Meghan Markle bake a pie?
And yet, shockingly, Netflix is moving ahead with a second season. Why? Critics say it's too late to cancel. They've invested too much, and Meghan's name, for better or worse, still brings clicks.
Because I don't like her. I think she's incredibly disingenuous, and there's a whole thing. But I don't get into it. I do think that they're wrecks. This show, oh my gosh. I couldn't make it through like 2 minutes, guys. She's not a very good actor. She's a very bad actor.
It's not my
Oh my gosh,
perfume
your
that's
fingers.
bringing them
What are
all
you
in.
doing?
My bacon brings out the voice.
I'm like worried about how she's cutting this stuff.
Knows that Meghan Markle has eaten Jack in the Box and loves it.
It's so funny, too, that you keep saying Meghan Markle. You know I'm Sussex now. You have kids, and you go, no, I share my name with my children.
Yes.
And that feels so, I didn't know how meaningful it would be to me, but it just means so much to go, this is our family name.
Gosh. But it is one of the most cringe things because she is unaware of how horribly she comes off. She thinks the problem is everybody else.
The fallout didn't stop at bad reviews. Meghan's meltdown went public. Spotify's Bill Simmons didn't hold back, calling Meghan and Harry grifters who cashed out without delivering real content.
Enough for Bill Simmons over at the Ringer podcast, which was acquired by Spotify, to call Harry and Meghan, quote, a fucking grifter on his latest podcast. Here's what he had to say.
I wish I had been involved in the Meghan and Harry leave Spotify negotiation. The grifters. That's the podcast we should have launched with them.
Her podcast, it tanked too.
Meghan's podcast has fallen off the charts. She's been criticized for the content. There are rumors that her As Ever launch wasn't as successful as she considered it. Critically, With Love Meghan was not a success. Then came the lawsuit. A Maryland woman claims a DIY bath salt recipe featured in Meghan's show gave her severe burns. $10 million in damages are on the table. And in one bizarre interview moment, Meghan appeared to cry, until viewers zoomed in and noticed there were no tears.
I have full body chills right now.
This is why it's so nice to not have makeup on for her. Thank you. Yeah.
That is so beautiful.
No.
And she also is pretending that she's crying. We zoomed in just to see. There isn't a tear in sight. Dan, look at this. I invite the viewers to take a close-up look at this. Where's the tear?
Meghan's entire brand hinges on being real, but her public appearances say otherwise. In a podcast with motivational guru Jamie Kern-Lima, Meghan once again put on the waterworks, dabbed her eyes, choked up, talked about her pain.
Doing? Does she work? As opposed to, oh my gosh, I work so hard and I I appreciate what hard work looks like. I like working hard.
But something felt off. Viewers noticed the mismatch. Tears without emotion, words without weight. Even body language experts jumped in, pointing out micro-expressions and blinking patterns that signaled performance, not vulnerability.
Saying, like, do you want to just do like cozies and no makeup? I like the idea of like, okay, great, let's let them see us.
Nobody talks like that. Nobody acts like that, because that's weird behavior that we're seeing from both of these people if we're supposed to be thinking under the impression that they're being authentic.
Do you think you'll be married forever?
Yes.
I have a letter.
He's also a fox, if you haven't noticed. My husband's very, very handsome. But his heart is even more beautiful.
Something's up here. See that little shoulder shrug when she said yes?
Yes, yes.
Did you hear how high her voice was when she said yes?
Yes.
When we're stressed, our larynx closes up a little bit and our voice tone gets a little bit higher. That's why the pitch of the yes is so high.
Then, an old clip surfaced. Meghan, years ago, laughing and bragging that she could cry on command. Left eye, 3 seconds. She nailed it.
House Toronto, which is basically TIG headquarters for me. I write my stories here, I take my meetings here, and it's kind of amazing because all over the world, if I'm traveling, Soho House can still be home base.
Now make yourself cry. Oh, I can do that so well. Oh my God, it's crazy. You're like, Meghan, 1 tear, left eye, go. Give me 3 seconds.
If Meghan's tears raised eyebrows, her signature raised outrage. During her podcast promotions, a card appeared signed, Her Royal Highness the Duchess of Sussex. One problem, she's not allowed to use that title anymore.
Zoom in here and it says, with the compliments of Her Royal Highness, the Duchess of Sussex. That is a title that was stripped from her when she and Harry made their whole racism debacle and left the UK, left their royal duties, and moved to the US to bug all of us. She's using it in private with her friends. That's even weirder than if they were still trying to milk the titles in public. That is just like all the confirmation that I need that this woman is just obsessed with being a royal, that is all this was all about. That she's angry that she screwed the pooch by claiming racism and basically getting kicked out of the family. She just can't give up the HRH titles that quickly. Like, this is literally what she has always wanted.
He and Harry gave it up when they stepped down from royal duties. Public use is strictly off limits. Even private use is considered inappropriate, critics pounced. She's clinging to a crown she walked away from, one royal insider said. A recent poll showed 2/3 of the UK public wants their titles stripped permanently.
A staggering 2/3 of Brits are calling for Harry and Meghan to be stripped of their HRH titles.
Now, the King can end this feud, but not by shaking hands with this treacherous little weasel, but by stripping him and his wife of the royal titles that they love to use for commercial gain without doing any of the work.
Even King Charles has faced mounting pressure, and while he's stayed quiet, insiders say Prince William is ready to act. Behind the scenes, the feud with the royal family is boiling. Harry continues to demand royal protection for his family, even though he left the role that entitled him to it.
He lost at the trial court level on this push to make the British royal family pay for his security when he goes to the UK.
Once they realise that myself, my wife, and our kids are happier outside of the institution, please just look at the fact. Look at the risks, look at the threat, look at the impact that if anything was to happen to me, my wife, or my father's grandchildren, look where the responsibility lies.
What a manipulation. My father's grandchildren. They're gonna and it will be his fault.
It's gaslighting on a grand scale.
Meanwhile, Meghan's critics argue she wants the prestige without the responsibility. The tiara, not the duty. Prince William, according to reports, sees their behavior as a betrayal. And once he's king, many believe he'll cut them off completely to protect the monarchy's image. The once glamorous couple has become the face of royal rebellion gone wrong.
Oh my God, that hat. Oh God, he's so hot. Look at him. Isn't Prince Harry? She bagged a fox. Oh, but look how nice is she pulling away from her lovely prince. It's so good. Who's filming this?
When the Netflix dream fizzled, Meghan tried something new. She launched a lifestyle brand, American Riviera Orchard. But almost immediately it was rebranded as Ever after backlash, legal disputes, and one very embarrassing mistake. The logo? Nearly identical to a Spanish town's official coat of arms. Cue the lawsuits. Then came the illusion of success. Products sold out in minutes, but only a few were ever released. Critics called it a fake scarcity stunt.
When I was reviewing her website in real time, doing my video, it said coming soon. But then, like 5 minutes later, we see that she put sold out.
Long before Meghan became a duchess, whispers about her past were already circulating. The most persistent, that she once worked as a yacht girl, a term used for women hired to attend elite parties on luxury yachts. Some even claimed she crossed paths with Prince Andrew and Jeffrey Epstein during this time, though no hard evidence has ever surfaced.
It seems like that lady is a temptress. She's a siren. She's lured him into the rocks. No, I mean, she used to be on Deal or No
infiltrated?
Deal.
And now,
Yeah, look, she was on Deal or No Deal.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, with a briefcase.
She didn't like being objectified on Deal. And did you think it was an executive position, ma'am?
A lot of people, Meghan Markle was also in the Soho House. They said that she was a girl that was hired to walk VIPs and fill out the red carpets and stuff like that, you know.
They hope to become actresses. They hope to become any type of celebrity, and they will do anything. You know, they start their way up. They latch on to the first rich guy or famous guy they get that they meet at the Playboy Mansion. This is their exit strategy. I'm going to marry this man, and he's going to take care of me the rest of my life.
Others say she was hired to walk VIPs down red carpets. Ambitious, calculated, always chasing the next level of fame. Let's be clear, these claims remain unverified, but they continue to fuel the narrative that Meghan's rise was never random. It was planned. For someone who claims she didn't know much about the royals before meeting Harry, Meghan left a curious trail. Old blog posts, friends' accounts, a rumored vision board with Prince Harry's face on it. She told Oprah she never Googled Harry, but insiders say otherwise. A friend of her ex-husband reportedly said she always had a plan. Whether true or not, the public perception is shifting from innocent outsider to master manipulator, from royal rebel to brand-obsessed social climber. If you made it this far, you probably see the pattern too. Nothing Meghan does is by accident. So if you're into deep dives, untold stories, and the side of fame they don't want you to see, you're in the right place. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because the next story, it's even wilder. And drop a comment, what do you think Meghan's next move will be? Because if this was the comeback, we've got questions.